check it out. I saw another movie that is actually truly independent and small. It's called Flow. It's an animated movie. It actually got nominated for best animated movie at the Oscars, which is kind of how it got on my radar. Um, Now, this is a bit more out there, I guess, because it's an animated movie about a cat that the movie never explains to us in explicit terms, but the cat is essentially trying to avoid a flood. There's like some great apocalyptic event where the world is flooding, and we're just following this cat trying to survive. And the cat like befriends some other animals, and it makes enemies with other animals. And the entire movie was animated in Blender, which kind of blew my mind. Because obviously Blender's like a video game, thing. Well, not doesn't have to be video games, but a lot of games use Blender. Um, there's no dialogue in this movie. It's all animals. There are no people, and the animals don't talk. They make animal sounds. They meow. They bark. They flap their wings. They splash the water and stuff. There's lemurs, capybaras, birds, but the entire thing is an unspoken journey, where the only sounds are like the sounds of nature and water and woods and animal noises from beginning to end. And it's this adventure of a cat and eventually a bunch of other animals trying to survive. Which again, the movie does not explain what's happening. You see it in the trailer where there's like a massive like tidal wave and there's some sort of crazy flood happening, and you just assume that the world is ending, but they never explain what's going on. But it is these
It's
animals trying to
perspective from
survive.
the cat.
Yeah,
You said like they're not going to explain because
yeah,
you're witnessing from that. Like if you were the cat, you
yeah,
wouldn't know what's going on either. You know what I mean? Like you're just trying to
exactly.
survive. Yeah.
And I think in that it is very brilliant. It's animated very beautifully. Greg, I think you, as another video game person, will be like, this looks like a game. There are so many shots where I feel like I'm watching a Let's Play because of the way the camera's like over the like third person view of the cat, or the way the camera moves along. It does look like a video game. Um, but I think it's very gorgeously animated.
It does look
It
pretty.
met, yeah, it manages to have like a good amount of heart, man. Like despite there not being much, or not much, but despite being zero dialogue, um, it has all those moments. Like anytime you're watching like a kids movie and there's an animal in danger, you're always like, no, 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 no. They managed to have those tense scenes where like the cat's trying to avoid the water, or like it's climbing a tree and the flood is rising right under its paws and whatnot, or there the politics between the animals. While they don't speak, they're constantly wrestling for power and fighting over like the steering wheel and knocking each other into the water. And there's like a massive sea creature that's swimming underneath their boat. And I don't know, I thought that it had like a lot of personality to it. um I do wonder, despite it being like animated and definitely like a family film, I don't know if a child would have the attention span to sit through the entirety of it. I watched it at a friend's house, and his cat sat in front of the TV for like 15 minutes and watched it, which we all funny.
Cat does that when she wants attention. She's sitting in
Yeah,
front of the TV. Like Sadie down.
um, yeah. But I would be curious if anyone watched this with like the child or like a niece or nephew or younger sibling, and see
Is
if
it
they like the
streaming
exact.
anywhere?
It might be on Prime Video. I think that's where we watched it.
Okay. All right.
Maybe. But this is French. This is a French movie. Obviously you wouldn't be able to tell because no one's speaking. But if the animals were talking, they'd be speaking French.
It's also in color
Um,
and not in black and white, upside down.
right.
Does it say Finn
Right.
at the
Yes.
end? Sorry.
I don't remember. Does it? Now I'm thinking about it. Doesn't say Finn at
Finn.
the end. um, yeah. But it's a good movie that I would recommend. Again, I think your mileage may vary depending on how you feel about all the things I just named. Animated family film with no dialogue.
Well, that's
But it's good.
different. We talk
Very
about
beautifully
movies all
made.
the time, doing something different, right? And not just trying to chase the trend or be the big blockbuster. And like that's different, right? There's no dialogue. It's you're telling a story through visuals, right? That's interesting to me. That's different.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it does it quite well. I liked it. I wasn't like obsessed with it. I wasn't like, oh my god, this is my movie of the
It's
year.
cute.
I
It's
don't
cute. It
know.
sounds like a nice, cute movie.
It is very cute. So I like it. I'll recommend Flow. People weren't aware of it. Allow me to put it on your radar.
Especially
Flow.
with like animated films. Like I sat through The Croods once, and I was just like, this movie is so
The
obnoxious.
Cruise.
It's so like obnoxious is a great way to define like these Ice Age sequels, not the original, but these sequels, and like all these other sequels. They're just obnoxious because they're meant for kids, for children, and that's fine. But like as an adult, I don't want to sit there with a person screaming for 20 minutes as they're being chased by something. Like that's, you know what I mean? This seems like it's a nice, interesting adventure, right? From a cat's
It is
perspective.
an
I love
interesting
kitties. I have two
adventure.
cats. Love cats.
Yeah, you as a cat owner, you'll appreciate it. You'll like it, I think.
It does look like a game though. Like at first I was like, is this a game trailer?
It looks like a video game. Multiple times I was like ready to like press the buttons and move the character around. Maximus said like the Jaggy for yeah. One of the I think it was the director posted like a clip on Twitter where he was showing like in Blender how he was like animating it and modeling the character, and he's just showing you like the environment in real time. And he was saying that he didn't use storyboards because he preferred to just create the environment digitally and then explore it with the camera and like see what he likes and what works best. Just a fascinating movie from a production standpoint, and then the final product itself. Flow. There you go. That's my second.
Possibly on Amazon Prime.
Possibly on Amazon Prime. Yeah. My second of two movie reviews.